children, how are you all? Good morning everyone. So we have already completed our science first lesson. What is the name of the lesson, children? Tell me. Living and non-living things. Very good. So today we are going to learn our science second lesson. Science second lesson. So before that, if you observe living things, if you see a living thing, for example, tell me few examples of living things, children. Yes, plants, human beings, animals and so on. And every living thing have different parts. Living things have different parts. And all these parts work together. And all these parts work together for the proper growth of their body. For example, if you observe your body or if you see your human body, what are the parts present in your body, children? Tell me, what are the parts present in our body? Yes, head, eyes, nose, mouth, hands, legs. These are the few parts in our body. And all these parts work together. All these parts work together for the proper growth of our body. For the proper growth of our body. And each part has its own function. Each part has its own work. For example, if you see the eyes, what is the work of our eyes, children? To see. Nose to smell. Ears to hear. Mouth to taste or to talk. And hands to hold or lift the things and to write. And what's the function of legs? To move from place to place. So all these parts work together for the proper function of our body. So just like human body, plant also have different parts. Plants have different parts and all these parts work together for the proper function of a plant. For the proper function of a plant. And each part has its own function. And each part has its own function. So today we are going to learn more about parts of plants. So what is the name of our lesson, children? Yes, parts of plants. Parts of plants. What is the name of the lesson, children? Parts of plants. Parts of plants. If you see a plant, the plant is mainly divided into two parts. A plant is mainly divided into how many parts, children? Two parts. Plant is mainly divided into two parts. One is root, the other one is shoot. The other one is shoot. The plant is mainly divided into two parts. One is root and the other one is shoot. And what is root? What is root? The part that grows below the soil. The part that grows below the soil is called root. I will write on the board. See. The part of the plant that grows below the soil is called root. The part of the plant that grows below the soil, that part we call it as root, or the part which we cannot see. Okay, children? Then what is shoot part? The part of the plant that grows above the ground or above the soil. The part of the plant that grows above the soil is called shoot part. Okay, tell me the part of the plant that grows above the soil. That part we call it as shoot part. Plant is mainly divided into how many parts, children? Two parts. What are the two parts of plant? One is root part and the other one is shoot part. One is root and the other one is shoot. See, what is root? The part of the plant that grows below the soil. Once see the picture of the plant. Once see the picture. So, this part. This part, this is the part that grows below the soil. That part we call it as root part. Root part. And from here to here, this part we call it as shoot part. Shoot part. So the part that grows above the soil. Above the soil, that part we call it as shoot part. So two main parts of plant is, this is the shoot part and this is the root part. Root part grows below the soil and shoot part grows above the soil. Okay. And this shoot part mainly consists of stem, branches, flowers, leaf, fruits and buds. So the shoot part. So from here to here, the shoot part. And what are the parts present on the shoot part? Flower, bud, leaf, fruit, stem and this one branch. These are the main parts present on the shoot part. Clear children? Flower, bud, leaf, fruit, stem. These are the different parts on the shoot part. Clear children? What are the two main parts of the plant? What are the two main parts of the plant, children? One is root and the other one is shoot. One is root, the other one is shoot. Then what is the root? The part of the plant that grows below the soil, or the part which we cannot see. That part we call it as root part. And what is shoot part? The part of the plant that grows above the soil, that part we call it as shoot part. And the shoot part mainly consists of stem, branches, flowers, leaves, fruits and buds. Clear children? Okay. Let's move into the first part, that is root part. First one, root part. So I already told you that every part has its own function. Clear children? So first part is root part. How the root helps for a plant. How it helps the plant. Root fixes the plant. Root fixes the plant in the soil. Root fixes the plant in the soil. It fixes the plant in the soil. Root fixes the plant in the soil. And we feel very difficult to pluck the plant from the soil. Clear children? We feel very difficult to pluck a plant from the soil. That means root fixes the plant in the soil. Fixes means to put something very strongly. To put something strongly so that it will not move. So the roots fixes the plant in the soil very tightly. That's why it is very difficult to pluck a plant from the soil. And root is the underground part of the plant. Root is the underground part. It is the underground part of the plant. Children, tell me, where do you find the roots? Under the ground. Roots are present under the ground or under the soil. That's why roots are the underground part of the plant. Roots are the underground parts of the plant. Clear children? And the main function of root is it absorbs water and minerals from the soil. Roots absorbs water and minerals. Water and minerals. Water and minerals from the soil. Water and minerals. Observes means to take in. To take in. Observes means what, children? To take in. What it observes? Water and minerals. Minerals are the substances. Minerals are the substances or materials which are required or which are used for the growth of plant. Which are used for the growth of a plant. For the growth of a plant. Clear, children? It observes water and minerals from the soil. Minerals are nothing but these are the substances which are used for the growth of a plant. So all human beings, all living things need minerals for the growth of our body. Clear, children? So where will you get the minerals? We will get minerals from the food. We get minerals from the food. And how the plant get the minerals? Plant get the minerals from the soil. Clear, children? And those minerals are very useful for the growth of a plant. For the growth of a plant. Now tell me, what are the uses of root? It fixes the plant in the soil. It fixes. Fixes means to put something strongly. To put something strongly so that it will not move. So that it will not move. So it fixes the plant in the soil. That's why we feel difficult to pluck a plant from the soil. And next one, it is the underground part of the plant. Where do you find the roots, children? Where do you find the roots? Under the ground. Under the ground. That's why it is the underground part of the plant. And next one, it absorbs water and minerals from the soil. It absorbs water and minerals from the soil. Absorb means to take in. To take in. And minerals. Minerals are the substances which are used for the growth of a plant. These are the main uses of root present in a plant. Clear, children? Okay. And next one, types of roots. Types of roots. Types of roots. What are the types of roots? There are two types of roots. How many types of roots, children? Two types of roots. One is taproot. One is taproot. And the other one is fibrous root. Fibrous root. How many types of roots are there? Taproot and fibrous root. Taproot and fibrous root. What is taproot? I will show you the picture of taproot. In the taproot, there is a main root. This is called main root. Main root. And from the main root, there are branching roots. From the main root, there are some branching roots. These are called branching roots. Branching roots. And all the branching roots, you will find small hair-like structures or thread-like structures. On the branching roots, small hair-like structures or thread-like structures. So these hair-like or thread-like structures are called root hairs. Root hair or thinner roots. They are very thin. That's why they are thinner roots. They are called thinner roots. Okay, children? in the taproot, if you observe a taproot, there is one main root. There is one main root. This is called main root. This part is called main root. And from the main root, there are branching roots. From the main root, there are some branching roots. And on the branching roots, there are some small hair-like structures or thread-like structures. These are called root hair or thinner roots. Clear, children? And this type of taproot mainly observed in plants such as, what are the examples of plants having taproot? Peas, beans, and mustard. In Telugu we say avalu. So these are the examples of plants having taproot. Clear, children? There are two types of fruits. There are how many types of fruits, children? Two types of fruit. One is taproot and the other one is fibrous root. One is taproot and the other one is fibrous root. So this is the picture of a taproot. In the taproot, you mainly see the main root. There is one big root that is called main root, and from the main root there are some branching roots, and on the branching roots we find some thread-like structures. They are called root hair or thinner roots. And you observe this type of taproot in plants such as peas, beans, and mustard. Clear, children? Let's move into the next root, that is fibrous root. Fibrous root. What is the second type of root, children? Fibrous root. See the picture of fibrous root. From the end of the stem, this is called the end of the stem. Here, children, this is end of the stem. From the end of the stem, number of roots grows. From the end of the stem. And there is no main root. At the end of the stem, there are large number of roots grows from the end of the stem, and they look like bushy in appearance. Bushy means very thick. These roots are very thick. Very thick means they are more in number. These roots are more in number and they look like bushy or they are very thick. Okay. And there is no main root. But in the taproot, we find a main root. But here in fibrous root, there is no main root. All the roots, large number of roots grows from the end of the stem. And they look like bushy in appearance or thick as they are more in number. And you find fibrous roots in plants such as onion, wheat, rice, grass, and so on. These are the examples of plants. Okay, children. What is the other root? Fibrous root. What is the other root? Fibrous root. So this is the picture of fibrous root. Large number of roots grows from the end of the stem. Large number of roots grows from the end of the stem, and there is no main root. And all these roots appears bushy and they are very thick. They are present more in number, and this type of fibrous root is seen in plants such as onion, wheat, rice, grass, etc. Okay, children, how many types of roots are there? One is taproot and the other one is fibrous root. In the taproot, what you observe? There is a main root, and from the main root there are branching roots, and from the hairs grows from the branching root. And you observe taproot in plants such as peas, beans and mustard. And second root is fibrous root. From the end of the stem, more number of roots grows from the end of the stem, and they are bushy in appearance. They are very thick. And if you observe in plants such as onion, wheat, rice bran, grass, you find fibrous root. Okay, children? Okay. Let's move into the next topic, that is functions of root. Functions of root. How are roots helpful for a plant? Functions of roots. Functions of roots. Already you learned the roots absorbs water and minerals. The main function of root is the root absorbs water and minerals from the soil. It absorbs water and minerals from the soil. That is the main function of the roots. It absorbs water and minerals from the soil. And next one, roots help the plant. Roots help the plant to stand. Help the plant to stand in the soil. To stand in the soil. So with the help of roots, the plant stand in the soil. With the help of roots, the plant stand in the soil, and these roots fixes the plant very strongly in the soil. Clear, children? First one, it absorbs water and minerals from the soil. These two are very important for the growth of a plant body. So without roots, can you imagine the plant grows? Without roots, the water and minerals are not absorbed and there is no growth in the plant body. That's why roots are very important to absorb water and minerals from the soil. And next one, root helps the plant to stand in the soil. And one more, we eat some of the roots. We eat some of the roots as food. Some of the roots as food. Actually, you learn in the first lesson that leaves or plants prepare their food in its leaves. Plants prepare their food in its leaves with the help of sunlight, water, chlorophyll and carbon dioxide. That process is called photosynthesis. Actually, the food is prepared in the leaves, and from the leaves, the food is carried to different parts of the plant body. From the leaves, the food is carried to different parts of the plant body. Clear, children? Okay. And some of the food, the plant stored in different parts. Some food stored in different parts, such as roots, stem, fruits, and so on. That's why we eat some of the roots as food. The best example is carrot, radish, beetroot, etc. Actually, the food is prepared in the leaves, and from the leaves, the food is carried to different parts of the plant body, and the plant uses some of the food for its growth. The plant uses some food for its growth, and remaining food is stored in different parts of its body. Some of the food is stored in different parts of their body, and some food is stored in roots. That stored food we are eating. As root vegetables like carrot, radish, beetroot, etc. So we eat some of the roots as food. These are the few functions of roots. Clear children? What is the first function? It observes. Observes means to take in. What to take in? Water and minerals. Minerals are nothing but these are the substances which are used for the growth of a plant. For the growth of a plant. Without water and minerals, the plant will not grow. So the main function of root is absorption of water and minerals from the soil. And root gives support. A root helps the plant to stand in the soil. Root helps the plant to stand in the soil. And we will eat some of the roots as food. Actually, the food is prepared in the leaves, and from the leaves, the food carried to different parts of the plant body, and plant use some food for its growth and the remaining food stored in different parts of the plant. So we are using roots as food because in the roots we see the stored food of plants. Example, carrot, radish, beetroot are the examples of root vegetables which we can use as food. Okay, these are the few functions of roots, children. Okay. Next, so remaining parts we will discuss in our next session. Okay, what you learned today? Again, we should recollect all the points. So in today's class, what you have learned? Root, what a plant is mainly divided into root part and shoot part. And what is root? Root means the part of plant which grows below the ground or below the soil is called root. And what is shoot? The part which grows above the ground or above the soil is called shoot. Clear children? And if you observe the shoot part, on the shoot part, so many other parts like flowers, bud, leaf, branch, root, stem. Okay, next, and types of fruits. We already completed two types of fruits. One is taproot and the other one is fibrous root. I will show you what is taproot. See children, already you have learned in the taproot one big root, one main root is there. One main root. This is the main root of the plant. And from the main root, these are called branching roots. These are called branching roots. On the branching roots, you observe very thin roots. On the branching roots, we observe very thin, small thread-like structures. So these are called thinner roots. These are called thinner roots or root hairs. These are called thinner roots or root hairs. So this is the main root, and from the main root, these are the branching roots. These are the branching roots. On the branching roots, see if you observe thin roots, thinner roots or root hairs. Clear children? Okay, I will show you what are fibrous roots. See here, fibrous roots. In fibrous root, there is no main root. There is no main root. In fibrous root, there is no main root. Large number of roots grows from the end of the stem. This is called end of the stem, no? See, this is end of the stem. And from the end of the stem, large number of roots grows. And these all roots appears bushy. They are thick. They are more in number. They are more in number. Clear children? Clear children? So these are fibrous roots. These are fibrous roots. See, from the end of the stem, large number of roots grows. These are fibrous roots, and there is no main root in the fibrous root. Clear children? Okay. So you have learned types of roots, and next one, functions of roots. Functions of roots. Roots observe water and minerals from the soil. Roots observe water and minerals from the soil, and root help the plant to stand in the soil. Root help the plant to stand in the soil. And next, we eat some of the roots as our food. We eat some of the roots as our food. The best example, carrot, radish, beetroot, and so on. Clear children? And the remaining parts, flower, bud, leaf, fruit, stem, we will discuss in the next session. Thank you children.